All right, hello and welcome to week 3 of virtual ELA 10. Okay, so this week you guys are going to be looking at a new poem by Sir Walter Raleigh, and the poem's called "The Nymph's Reply to the Shepherd." So, what this poem is a literal reply to the Christopher Marlowe poem that you had already read. So these two texts are related, even though they were written at different times and by two different authors. And this week, you're going to be working through that text and comparing it to the Marlowe one. So here are the materials that you're going to be working with this week. I'm going to walk you through really quickly what each of these things is, so that when you work, you're not confused. The first one down here was just a copy of the new poem. Just a copy of the new poem. So make sure that you read that and are familiar with that. Right here is a handout, tips for integrating quotes. One of the things I've noticed as we continue forward is that some of our quote integrations are not as strong as I've seen earlier in the year. So we need to make sure that we are brushing up on that. So I encourage all of you to read this document here. It's just some tips. It might just spark a couple things for you, and hopefully that will help you complete assignments 4 and 5. I also included the tone words handout that I gave you in class. This is going to help you on assignment number 4. So if you have a hard copy of that, awesome. But if you don't, then here it is right here for you. Just like last week, I included the learning targets. We'll go over these during class. And then besides that, we got the 2 assignments. So assignment 4 is a discussion board. So you're going to be asked to read the prompt, obviously read the poem first, and to answer this question. I highly recommend you do not start working on this until after you go to class, because during class we're going to be discussing Raleigh's poem, and to get a better understanding of what he's doing and how it relates to Marlowe. So that's going to help you. The prompt is down here. How does Raleigh's word choice affect the meaning and tone of the nymph's reply to the shepherd? All right. But again, don't start this until you've been to class. The discussion board is going to be 1 CER style response from you, and then 2 replies to people. Sorry about that noise. 2 replies to other people in your class. All right, so there's that. And then assignment number 5 is going to be a comparison and contrast between Marlowe and the new poem. This is going to ask you to look at theme, look at imagery, word choice, things like that. All things that you should be familiar with. So that's what you have for this week. Again, assignment 4 and 5 are due on Friday, just like previous weeks. Remember that late work is not accepted, so if it's late, I'm not grading it. Besides that, we got the learning targets, tone words handout, integrating quotes handout, copy of the nymph's reply. I highly recommend that before class tomorrow that you read over this poem, okay? You don't have to really do much with it. Just have been exposed to it, and just read through it. That's going to make our discussion more meaningful, and just going to make you more prepared in general. Also read the learning targets so that you know what it is we're talking about going into class. Obviously, I'll go over these during class, but it is always recommended that you prep ahead of time. All right, so that's what we got going on. If you guys have questions, please let me know. And I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully.